I will not spin plates to make everyone happy.
I will not duck to avoid hitting the glass ceiling.
I will not stay in a small box where I cannot control my life.
I will not just stand on the sidelines and cheer the team on.
I will not carry ancestral baggage, fearful that if I lay down, there will be no purpose in my life.
I will not do something well that doesn't make me happy.
I will not speak so softly that my voice is not heard.
I will not sit at home while others experience the world.
I will not wear masks to avoid being seen fully or upsetting others.
I will not convince myself that tomorrow will suffice when it comes to following my bliss.
I will not play follow the leader unless I am the leader.
Follow your bliss.
Hello and welcome to Hear Me Roar. I'm your host, Alexis Matthews, and here co-hosting today we've got,
Hi, I'm Ricky Nelson. I will be co-hosting today the season finale of Hear Me Roar.
It is the season finale.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about women and religion.
And religion.
So we're going to have Savannah Lewis on later to talk with us.
Savannah, she's a sweetheart. I'm so glad she's coming to talk to us.
And we've also got another video segment that Davita's done for us.
Davita did a package for us. She's not here today, though. We'll miss her.
Yeah.
It's the season finale, and she couldn't be here with us. It's very sad.
Yeah. But we are going to take a look at what Davita did after this commercial break. So stay tuned.
All right.
Yo, why are you looking at bags, bro? What you need is a chick magnet. You put me in the room and boom, chicks. That's what I'm talking about.
Welcome back to Hear Me Roar. Again, I'm Alexis and this is Ricky. Our segment producer, Davita, which you've seen in the other episodes, couldn't be here with us today to talk about what she did. But she did include in her video her talking about what she learned and what she thought was interesting from this week. Again, this is about women and religion, and hopefully we can learn some things from it.
Yeah.
So take a look at it.
The video that I made was about women and religion. In the video, we talked about the discrimination against women within popular religions such as Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, so on and so forth. And women were not favored in these religions. They were looked down upon. They were supposed to be submissive. They're only looked at as being good for childbearing, taking care of the home, and catering to their husband's needs. They're not even allowed to answer the phone if their husband isn't home. That's crazy to me. What I found interesting were a lot of the historical and biblical views that the people speak about in the video about women. And a lot of the stuff I really didn't know. So it was a great learning experience for me. There wasn't anything I really disagreed with making the video. I more so agreed with a lot of the things because the views that the people talk about throughout the video are some that I've either seen or researched throughout my time of living for my 21 years. So I hope everyone loves the video and check it out.
To recap on gender roles are cultural and personal. They determine how males and females should think, speak, dress, and interact within the context of society. Every religion existing today discriminates in some way against women. The scriptures of all religions degrade and denigrate women, put them down, and designate women as being inferior to men. This may or may not be the fault of the original prophet who created that particular scripture, but it is for sure the fault of the men who later on over the years, after the departure of the original prophet, revised the text of those scriptures. Said by Garde Gista in the article Status of Women in World Religions. Women have played an important role in the development of religions around the world, from Hinduism to Christianity, and the way that women are treated in religions such as Islam is still an area of debate for many.
Well, last month, the Dalai Lama said he would be pleased if his successor were to be female. Now we are 21st century, he said. Female have more potential, so should take more active role regarding promotion of human compassion. Well, it might happen soon in Tibet, but we're a long way from a woman being elected to Pope or enthroned as the Archbishop of Canterbury or appointed Chief Rabbi in Britain. Are religions unfair to women? Professor Francesca Stavrakopoulou, Theology and Religion, Exeter University. The very person. Now, looking at the scriptures, how do they portray women in general? Has there been a bit of cutting and pasting by men?
Cutting and pasting, not really. I think the way in which women tend to be portrayed in the scriptures, both Hebrew Bible, Old Testament and New, is that women are always defined in terms of their relationship to men, whether they're a wife, a mother, or a sister, or a daughter. That's always the way in which women are defined. And they're basically seen as, well, women aren't the main targets of the scriptures anyway. The scriptures weren't written for women. They were written by men, for men, about their very male God.
So ignored, basically?
They are baby machines. They're celebrated in terms of their bringing in new life, you know, perpetuation of the generations. There's probably only one biblical book that really celebrates what it is to be a woman and a sexual being as a woman, and that's the Song of Songs or the Song of Solomon. But even in that text, it's very much written from the point of view of a male writer and the voyeur's gaze looking at this sexy woman.
It's quite erotic, that, isn't it?
Very erotic.
Yeah.
You have just finished listening to a special edition of King Edward VI Handsworth School in Birmingham, and Nikki Campbell asked one of the big questions: are religions unfair to women? You also heard a professor of theology and religion at Exeter University give her response on the question. Now you will hear Sam Harris speak about religion and women.
Or consider the treatment of women. I mean, for millennia, the great theologians and prophets of our religions have set to work on the riddle of womanhood. And the result in various times and places has been widow burning and honor killing and genital mutilation, a cultic obsession with virginity, but just other forms of physical and psychological abuse so kaleidoscopic in variety as to scarcely admit of being summarized. Now, I have no doubt that much of this sexist evil predates religion and can be ascribed to our biology, but there's no question that religion promulgates and renders sacrosanct attitudes toward women that would be unseemly in a brachiating ape. Now, while man was made in the image of God, woman was made in the image of man, according to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Her humanity, therefore, is derivative. It's ersatz. The Old Testament values the life of a woman at 1/2 to 2/3 that of a man. The Quran says that the testimony of 2 women is required to offset the testimony of 1 man. And every woman is deserving of 1/2 her brother's share of inheritance. But the biblical God has made it perfectly clear that women are expected to live in absolute subjugation to their fathers until the moment they are pressed into connubial service to their husbands. And the New Testament offers no relief. I mean, St. Paul put it in his letter to the Ephesians, "Wives, be subject to your husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church. As the church is subject to Christ, so let wives be subject to their husbands in all things." The Quran delivers the same message. And on most translations, says that disobedient wives should be whipped or scourged or beaten. The 11th century sage Al-Ghazali, perhaps the most influential Muslim since Muhammad, described a woman's duties this way: "She should stay at home and get on with her spinning. She should not go out often. She must not be well informed, nor must she be communicative with her neighbors, and only visit them when absolutely necessary. She should take care of her husband and respect him in his presence and in his absence, and seek to satisfy him in everything. She must not leave the house without his permission, and if given his permission, she must leave surreptitiously. She should put on old clothes and take the deserted streets and alleys, avoid markets, make sure that a stranger does not hear her voice or recognize her. She must not speak to a friend of her husband's even in need. Her sole worry should be her virtue, her home as well as her prayers and her fast. If a friend of her husband calls when the latter is absent, she must not open the door nor reply to him in order to safeguard her and her husband's honor. She should accept what her husband gives her as sufficient sexual needs at any moment. She should be clean and ready to satisfy her husband's sexual needs at any moment."
So as you can see, women are not favored in religious communities as much as anything other than a child bearer, a housekeeper, and property to their husbands. They are looked down upon and are considered to be inferior to men. These ways were taught to the generations as time went on. This day and age, women are becoming not just preachers, but also attorney generals and running for president and so much more. Being that women's roles are looked at as not doing or accomplishing more than making a good meal, taking care of her children, the husband, and the home, I have a question for everyone. Do you believe that the religious views of women's gender roles in society are starting to change for the better?
We thank Davida so much for putting that package together for us.
Yep.
When we come back, we will have Savannah Lewis sitting right here beside me, so stay tuned right after this commercial.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
It kind of makes you wanna...
Breaking the song?
Yup. I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest. I love when eagles play.
I love the campus!
And all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love philosophy.
We love diversity. I love English.
And all its weird words.
I love the music.
And all its melodies. Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things.
And all the athletes.
I love Moorhead.
It's such a pretty place.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
Hey, bro, I got some Chick-fil-A potato, bro. Just get out of here. Eat that. Get out of here, bro. Better? Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to Hear Me Roar. With me today, right here, I have the very lovely Savannah Lewis. Hi, Savannah.
Hi, Ricky.
Thank you for being here with us.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
All right, now you're here to talk about women and religion with us. Okay, so I want to start off by asking you, what religion is it that you practice, and how do you practice it?
I guess you could say I practice Christianity. I'm a Christian, and I guess the way I practice it is through my everyday life. I try to live for God every single day, and so, but traditionally, I go to church on Sundays and all of that stuff too.
All right.
Okay. There are so many different religions out there in the world. And one of the things that Davida's package was talking about earlier is that certain religions are unfair to women. They kind of discriminate against them. They're the only thing that they're good for is childbearing and, they're property of men. What do you think about that?
I think that it is true that a lot of religions do treat women that way. A lot of old-fashioned doctrine, especially in Christianity, treats women the same way. A lot of the scriptures that say, women should be silent, or women should be silent and things like that, sometimes are taken out of context and then pressed in on women in Christianity and in different religions as well. So I definitely think that happens a lot. But I don't necessarily agree with it, but it does happen a lot.
Okay. Are there differences between how men and women are portrayed, like their roles in religion?
Definitely. Women are portrayed more so as being meek and mild and standing behind men, like supporting them and taking care of their needs, like the video said, and things like that, when men are portrayed as high and mighty and super powerful and can do anything. But women are seen just kind of in the background.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go to break. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with Savannah after this.
Hey man, you look stressed. I know exactly what you need.
This library features state-of-the-art technology to help you do research and prepare for class projects, as well as books, magazines, journals, and more. The library staff can help you do research and find needed resources. It also offers quiet study space, collaborative workspace, presentation preparation area, and a coffee shop.
Welcome back to Hear Me Roar. We are still here with the always lovely Savannah Lewis. I think I said that before, but it's okay. You're lovely. All right, now we're talking about religion and the differences, how men are portrayed and women are portrayed. How do these differences in the way that they're portrayed and the way that the women are viewed, how does it affect you personally?
Personally, it affects me greatly. I was raised in a really traditional old-fashioned church, and women were not allowed to do a lot of things that I'm allowed to do now, I guess, in the church that I attend now. I love music, and so I love to lead praise and worship and things like that at the churches that I go to, and I wasn't allowed to do that when I was a kid, but now I can get up there and do that, which is like a big deal to me. And also, I want to be a missionary eventually in the future, and, women generally don't tend to go that route. Usually it's men that you see being missions, and so hopefully that'll happen for me in the future too.
Okay. Well, for those who don't know, what is a missionary? What would you be doing?
A missionary will go out, not out necessarily always overseas. It'll go out anywhere and go and just share the gospel and just share Jesus with everybody. And it's like they make it a point in their life to just do that. And they'll hold other jobs too, but that's like their mission in life is to do that.
Okay. All right. Great. So at the end of Davita's package earlier, the question that she left people with was, do you think religious views on gender roles in society are getting better?
I definitely think so. I know she mentioned earlier that a lot of women are becoming pastors, becoming leaders in churches. One of my favorite women is Beth Moore, and she just goes around and ministers to people all the time. And I definitely think that it's getting a lot better. I think people are becoming more open-minded to it as well, and so I think it's definitely changing.
Okay. Well, what are some ways that you think that we can change?
Just be more open to it, I suppose. It's really difficult. Like, be open to it and don't shoot it down like as soon as it happens. And support women who feel like they want to be in leadership positions religiously or in any sense.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming and talking to us today. We'll be back after the break with more for you, so stay tuned.
Natasha Davis, the Associate Professor of Dance here at Morehead State University. Under the Dance Minor program, you will learn a variety of genres of dance, including tap, ballet, modern, jazz, hip hop, African, dance composition, dance improvisation, dance history, intro to dance, and Pilates. If you are interested, you can become a member of our National Dance Honors Fraternity, Delta Chi Xi. This fraternity offers students the opportunity to spread dance not only on our campus, but throughout the community. If you're interested in any of our classes, please come and contact me, Professor Natasha Davis. And never miss a chance to dance.
Welcome back to Hear Me Roar. So for you now, we have a video of Nina Caudle, who is a former MSU student. It's a music video of an original song of hers, No Good For Me, I believe, and there's also an interview with her, so check it out.
I'm Nina Caudle, and I am a senior at Morehead State University, and I have been interested in music since I was a little kid. I guess you could say I've been writing songs since I was probably about 9 years old, because when I was in the 3rd grade, me and a few of my friends started a band called the Hex Girls. The song that I played today is called No Good For Me, and this song, I recently have written it, actually probably a week ago or so, and it's a combination of a few different things that brought me to write this song. I had a friend, the first thing was I had a friend, she come over to my house, she's like down and out because her and her boyfriend are like having problems, they're breaking up, and I told her that she was beautiful and all this, and I was gonna write her a song. So the very first part of that song where it's describing this woman, which is also very symbolic if you really get down into it, is the start of the song that I wrote for my friend to try to cheer her up a little bit. When you're writing songs, I don't think that it matters if you write it for a girl or a guy or just people in general. Like, I don't think that that should play into how you write songs or how anyone writes songs. It doesn't play into how I write songs. So I just think that lyrics, you know, it's poetry, it's beautiful, it's, you know, it's your expressions, it's how you get your thoughts out onto paper, and then you get to put a little, you know, little music to it, and then that gets people, it gets that ideal stuck in someone's head. And there are several songs that I have that if I can get these kind of ideals or these concepts stuck in people's head, then maybe one day, you know, it'll change something.
Welcome back. Thank you for that, Nina. So when we come back from this next break, Ricky and I have an announcement to make.
Big announcement.
Yeah. So you should definitely stay tuned for that.
Yes.
MSU is learning.
School spirit. Teamwork. MSU is Greek. MSU is diverse.
Historical.
Beautiful.
MSU is educational.
Fitness.
It's hands-on.
MSU is the sound. MSU is art.
MSU is potential.
MSU is much more.
This April 10th, a call for actors and filmmakers alike will go out. Many will try, but only one team can win. Compete in the 2015 Moorhead Film Challenge. This April 10th, sign up today.
All right, welcome back. Before the break, I mentioned that Ricky and I had an announcement to make. So the reason that we've got Ricky co-hosting today is because she's been the assistant producer. And this is both of our last shows.
Our last Hear Me Roars.
So we thought it would be, Hear Me Roars, we thought it would be appropriate to co-host it together.
Yeah. We've worked on the show together for...
Well, since August.
Since August, 2 semesters now, and it's been great. It's been wonderful. We have had a wonderful crew both times, and I've learned a lot working on the show.
We definitely have learned a lot.
Learned so much. And I've enjoyed working with Alexis.
Yeah, I've enjoyed working with you too. I feel like we've gotten closer because we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, we've known each other for your entire life.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a sign.
Can you read it?
This says, "Go, Ricky. You've grown up so fast." And it's from Alyssa Thomas, who is a big supporter of Hear Me Roar. She was on Hear Me Roar.
She was.
Last semester?
You think so?
Yeah, it was last semester. So thank you, Alyssa, for that wonderful sign. She made Alexis one too, but Alexis didn't bring it out. She forgot.
Sorry. But there is one. It does exist. But, you know, we do want to thank Davida, even though she's not here today.
Davida.
We want to thank her for segment producing for us.
You're
and
awesome.
You want to thank everybody else.
I want to thank everyone. I wrote down everyone's names so I wouldn't forget anybody. I want to thank Christina, our wonderful director. She has done a wonderful job this semester, and she is just awesome. I would like to thank Kristen, who makes sure that all of this gets recorded for us. And
That's an important job.
It is, and she plays the commercials and makes sure everything is fine. I want to thank Logan because he's gross. No, I'm just kidding. His last name is Gross. He runs the sound for us, so you can hear me right now. So thank you, Logan. I want to thank Lucas, who is over there on camera 3. You can't see him, but he's over there. I want to thank Tucker, who is running the Chiron. Thank you, Tucker. We want to thank Trace, who is running the camera that you can see us on right now. Thank you, Trace. We want to thank Jacob, our floor director. He has been fantastic.
Best floor director
wonderful.
ever.
He is. We're going to make him a plaque. Not really. We want to thank Jonathan, our technical director. Jonathan, you rock. You're awesome. We want to thank Tanner. He's over here on camera 2. You can't see him. But thank you, Tanner, for running the camera. He was assistant director for the other 2 shows. And we also want to thank Carrie, who ran the camera and then was assistant director today. So thank all of you guys for making this last show so memorable and so awesome.
All right, and again, thank you, Ricky, and everybody else that we might have forgotten. So, bye.